Hey there, everybody. I hope you all are having a great day. It's been a while since I've posted, so I wanted to come back and give you guys a message. I'm going to go ahead and do a Celtic Cross traditional spread today. It's what I grew up learning. That's the only spread I ever knew for the longest time. But anyway, I hope you all are having a great Saturday. Today is Saturday. And let's get into it. I'm going to clarify these cards with oracles afterwards, so hang around for that. And let's get going. I got bracelets on and they're dragging all over the place. I love my bracelets, but they're in the way. Okay. I'm just going to pull 10 cards. I would have done this sooner, but I want everybody to know that I don't fix it or anything like that. I just read the cards, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? And what's crossing the reading is the Hierophant, which is also a Taurus, but also a religious belief or any kind of belief, not necessarily religion, but something that is guiding you through the trials and celebrations that you're going through right now. All right, so starting out with you and the situation you're in right now. I'm just going to lay everything out. It's going to go kind of fast. So just hang in there with me. I'm going to come back and do a whole big picture reading for you after I'm done with the layout. And I will be using my pink foil tarot and revealing the truth oracles for clarifiers. All right. Okay, I'm sorry for the pause, but I'm just really getting a story here on this, on the cross part. And this is the wand or walking stick, whatever, stave, which is the next part of the reading. Okay, so what I'm getting from the initial cross, which is sort of the sort of situation you're in right now, is that you, and if this resonates with you, please comment below, subscribe, like, let me know how it pertains to you and how it resonates. But someone is in a relationship, and it is a wonderful relationship. It is a very new, very young relationship. It may have even been a marriage at a young age. But there's something going on right now with a new adventure, a new business, a new project, a new job, and all of the cards are pointing to a success in this venture. Uh, but you have to follow your heart and you have to follow your path and your truth, and it's telling you and explaining now why you feel the way you feel and why you're hesitant. What I'm getting is that you are a natural overthinker and that you always have been. And in your mind, you may feel as though you're a failure because you were not perfect. And so you feel trapped by that perfection, that strive to always be perfect, but you're never quite there. It's almost like a to-do list that is so enormous that you never feel like you get anything done. You just take things to the next day, to the next day. I'm guilty of that, and you get overwhelmed. So this is the Eight of Swords. It's about in your head, and you're trapping yourself in your head. It's not a bad thing. Don't let anyone tell you that overthinking is a bad thing. It can be if you don't know how to train it, and if you don't know how to hone it. But it's very, very, very natural for an empath to feel that way. So anyway, but you're stuck in the overthinking mode. This is the basis, the foundation of the situation here. You don't expect things to go well. You expect things, the shoe to drop, what's going to happen next. You're just waiting, and you almost can't even believe that this good thing is happening to you right now, even at your age. You know, like, excuse me, you're young, but you're old, have an old soul. I'm sure you've been told that before by someone, or more than one. But anyway, so let's get back to this short-term message, and that is you're in a relationship, new relationship. It's a great relationship. You have so many blessings coming down of growth and vitality. The Ace of Wands is crossing the situation, which is a wonderful opportunity card. But you've got your own mind at battle here based on your past. Now, at some point, you may have been mentally trapped, and that's your defense mechanism, is to try to get out of that and survive it. But you don't have to be that severe in this situation, because not all good things are too good to be true. And that's my dog, sorry. He likes to be in here during my readings. I don't know why. But anyway, your recent past is showing that something recently brought with it a cup full of love, and it's overflowing with the Page of Cups. It's a new message. It's a new message of love, and it coincides with where you are right now and what's crossing you. However, what crowns you and what kind of guides you as your source is whatever source you define a source, is kind of like your subconscious is telling you, watch out. You've had a hard fight in the past, which is the Nine of Wands, and you've had a battle. You survived it. You got all of these wands to show for it, but you are still a little bit wounded, a little bit bruised from the last adventure you went on, and you won, but it took you a long time to get there, and it took a lot of effort. I'm going to come back to all of the different card meanings and show you the cards. You can see some of them, probably not all of them, but anyway, the Eight of Wands is the crowning card, okay? The immediate future card is the Eight of Cups, and this is someone walking away from 8 full cups upright in a pyramid, and they're walking away with a red cape on. And this card, you know, it could mean that you needed to walk away from a good thing, but you also don't want to walk away from, I mean, you walked away from a bad thing and that was good for you at the time, but maybe you're being a little defensive when you don't really need to be, but you're doing that because of your old survival mechanisms. Be a little bit open-minded, but don't question your own instinct. Always trust your own instinct. But what this is saying is that you're ready to go on this new adventure. However, you have a lot of old baggage holding you back. Someone actually got in your head and messed with you, so you question yourself, you doubt yourself, but you have this new relationship and this new love that is just overflowing. And yes, you're wounded, but don't let the wounds from the past dictate so much of the future that you end up walking away from a good thing. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, this is walking away from what looks like a good thing, but maybe it's not all good. That could be the case too. So let's get into the wand, because the wand's going to tell us, you know, how if you choose this way, it'll be this way. If you do this, it'll be that. So let's get through this. You see yourself as the Queen of Pentacles here. You see that yourself as the Queen of Earth, money. In your life, you are capable enough to have your own luxuries without someone giving it to you. You can work hard for it. And also, this person is almost like loved by nature as well. There's a bunny in the corner, there's a rabbit, there's vines of roses for love, and there's just lots of new growth all around. So it's you know, coins is also is significant of money, earthbound energy. But that's where you see yourself right now. Now, your friends and family see the Emperor, which is a, a authoritative figure. I don't know if this is a father, an uncle, a stepfather, or a great grandfather. This could be a male figure or an authoritative figure in your family. Does not have to be a male, but it is a masculine a very masculine card. So what's happening, I feel like this is saying that your friends and family think that you're still afraid of this emperor, and that you're making decisions based on the fear of an emperor here, but not the fear. It's displaced because of the baggage that you still carry around with you. And then your hopes and fears is the Four of Swords, which is all about rest, rejuvenation, meditation, relaxation, calm, peace, all the things that kind of brings everything back down again. Because if you don't do this, you're going to make some rash decisions. And it's just I'm getting the message pretty strong that it's telling you to stop and quit moving so fast and reacting to every little thing that comes your way, and stop. This is what's going to be significantly different for you than what you've done in the past. You're going to stop reacting and doing and let things be and just be still, because things need to unfold for you to believe it's true. So there's a reason for this. You're just still juggling. At the very end of the day, you're still juggling between two things. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I'm going to do a clarifier on that, as well as this Eight of Cups. I want the Emperor too. So I'm going to do a little tarot on the extra tarots on these too. What do we have on the Eight of Cups? Also, don't forget the Hierophant is the card on the bottom of the deck of the whole reading, and this is an influencer for the entire reading. It could be follow your. It's all about religion and religious beliefs, practices, rituals, um, doing things by the book, kind of thing. It's almost like this is interfering with your ability to make a decision. You're second guessing yourself a lot. Let's see what Tara's got to say about this Eight of Cups. I just did that. I just shuffled and cut. Uh-oh. These are stowaways meant for you for this card. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, so we got the Hermit. We have the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups. Again, more cups. The bringer of, okay. So again, before you walk away, it's this. I'm feeling very strongly that, again, be the hermit. Look inward and follow your divine calling. Follow your heart and your love and your truth, not someone else's wish for you, not what someone else wants for you. You need to do what you want for you. And this is telling you, before you make a move, take time to focus on what it is that you truly want and what it is that you truly deserve, because you deserve great things. This is saying you deserve the knight in shining armor bringing you a cup full of love. You deserve the three bridesmaids at your wedding toasting you and your husband, with the Three of Cups full of love. It's very, very strong about this. It's coming in very strongly about this Eight of Cups. And before you make a move, take a break. Okay, let's get into the let's get into the Emperor. That's what your friends and family think you should do, or co-workers, whatever your wherever your small groups are. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so this Queen of Wands is telling me this Emperor could be male or female. The Queen of Wands is very the Queen of Wands is very, she gets what she wants. She's full of fire. She's a card for the Sagittarian. But she's the master of starting adventures, the master of conquering your fears, the master of go getting what you want, taking the bull by the horns. That's the Queen of Wands. So it's almost like maybe there's a Queen of Wands with this Emperor that can relate to you a lot more. That's my dog again. I'm sorry. He's over 100 pounds, and when he sleeps, he breathes like that. But the Queen of Wands is like the wife of this emperor. So you're so scared of what the emperor thinks, but don't lose sight of what their wife, their significant other thinks, because they may come across as harsh around the edges. But the Queen of Wands, she's fiery and she goes and gets what she wants, but she's a little softer than the Emperor. So this Queen of Wands is this is somebody that you might want to attach yourself to get more um, meaning behind what the emperor is in your life. Is that someone you're trying to please, or is that an institution that you've painted, you put on a pedestal that does not deserve to be on one? So that's something to look into. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles. Temperance, another card for the Sagittarian. This is a Sagittarius card, but it means balance between earth and water, balance, an angel guiding you towards your happily ever after, you know. But here again, with this Two of Cups, we have the Nine of Wands coming out again. You're so hung up on this. It seems like you're so hung up on the bruises and scars you still have from a previous battle that you're not even able to bring your best foot forward with this current battle because you're still dragging this along. There's something about Temperance telling you to let this go. Forgive yourself. And then we have the Five of Swords, which is someone who's taken someone else's swords, and these two other people are walking away like they surrendered their swords. They just dropped them on the ground and walked away. So this person's going to say, hey, look, I won. I succeeded. I took their swords. Did you? Or did they give you their swords? You know? So don't let people take away your shine. Don't let people take credit for what you've done. And don't, this also was a part of the hurt and the pain that you have endured, that you are now putting in your past. And this is, don't feel bad about getting these two swords. They gave them up, but you don't go and say something that's not true either. Like, look what I got. I fought them and won them. You didn't. They gave them up. To me, I don't care about what happens as long as you tell the truth. So this is telling you, don't worry about what people think about it. You just take what you need. And I mean, follow your intuition. Don't do anything criminal. Be a good person. All the morals are there. But this is saying not to worry what people think, because you have extra swords that these two people gave up. So it could be one of two messages. And then we come back to the Two of Swords again. This is the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in this outcome position. This is saying you still have a balancing act, but this is more of something that's in your head, that you have to weigh the pros and cons of both, and you're making decisions. At least you're not juggling anymore. You are making decisions, because the Sword card is all about emotions, thought, action within your thought realm. That is what this is about. So essentially, you're going to end up going around the circles and circles if you don't really try to conquer the juggling act or the indecisiveness that you may be feeling right now. The indecisiveness is coming through as you're not wanting to make a decision, but that's not, we know that's not true. You want to make a decision, you just want to make the right decision. So I'm going to keep pulling some oracles on this. I feel like we got this one. This story is don't let your past dictate your future. Don't let your past steal your present from you, your present moment from you. You have a lot of wonderful things to celebrate, and you're going to let the past steal your moments if you don't watch out. But this says that you know that you deserve it, but you've got this emperor that's really like a I don't know, like a tyrannist, a dictator, someone who pushes fear on people. And what clarified this was the Queen of Wands. So I think he may come across as really harsh, but his significant other is a lot softer, even though she's harsh too. Rest. You hope and fear that your rest, you won't miss anything by resting, but that's exactly what you need to do. Again, the Two of Pentacles is saying you're going to continue to juggle until you come to terms with the fact that you're going to have to make decisions sometimes that are not the most popular, but they're the right decision for you. And that's where we left off, and I want to pick up with these cards. I shuffled and cut these before, so I'm not going to do that again. But we have the shadow, the other side, coexist, the reverse side. There's something going on about fear. Fear that you're going to be disowned or not loved because your fate is not the same as your family. I think that's what I'm getting. It feels like that. It's not a shadow. It can be viewed by some organized religions as anything other than theirs is dark and evil, um, which is really sad to me because there's so much good in the world that comes out of different religions. Um, but you need to work on the shadow side and face it once and for all and quit avoiding it and living in denial, because this is what's going to set you free from what people think about you. Let's get a few more of these. Close out the reading here. Change. Well, that's inevitable. Transformation, newborn, evolution. This is you right now. This is you in your current situation, and you're going to have to accept the fact that this dark part of you is over, and you're changing, and you're doing it in front of everybody right now. And that's okay. Just make sure that you give yourself a little forgiveness along the way, that you don't have to be perfect to be right or truthful. Okay? Let's pull another one because we knew change was coming. Let's see what we don't know. Hope, wish, expect, desire, empty rooms. Street, cool down. Another calm, calm, pause, solidification. We knew that was coming. There's hope. Make a wish, expect your desire, expect good things from the wishes that you have. And there's also an empty room and a street circulation sports exhibit. So like there's nobody around. Okay, so there's change and hope. There's hope, there's change, and you got to cool down after that and then work on a business. Again, it's coming back to a business that you have built, and you're worried that there's nobody around right now. You need to work on your exhibit, on your window, on your curb appeal, on something where you can pull people in. There's something on some kind of exhibit or street display that needs to happen, and that will bring people in, because right now you're feeling that you've missed an opportunity. It's the end, and because there's nobody. Okay, man. Okay. So, was there somebody in the past that was a tyrant, was a spy, was seductive, misfortune? Because depravity came up. And this is right in line with the Emperor. The Emperor had a mistress and a third party, and you looked in the mirror and you decided to do better about you changed your appearance after that, and now you're on a you had to go through a lot of deep thinking. All right, this is part of the story about the emperor and this bad pains. You've gone through a lot, we know this, but you also have gone through transforming yourself and making yourself the best person, best version of yourself. And in the midst of all of that, you've also started a business, you started a new relationship, you've done all these things. So right now you're frustrated because you're like seesawing back and forth, but that's okay. You've got a lot going on right now. Take one thing at a time and quit overwhelming yourself with all the things to do. Right now, your relationship. 2, your business. 3, working on your past and letting go and go to therapy, journal, whatever you need to do. Work on what you need to work on, because you do deserve all of the good things that this reading is coming out and saying that you deserve. But a lot of your fear is within your you keep to yourself based on your past, and that's something that you need to work on, because you can open up a life that's completely full of opportunities. I hope this resonates with you. I hope you enjoyed it today. Please come back and check me out next time. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below. Have a great day, you guys.